I had to cut the film without music because we were creating an original soundtrack. So what I did is I cut long sequences, didn't fine-tune anything, and then we give those sequences to different bands. And then they would go away and use those sequences then to compose the music. David Elphick was really responsible. He knew that Wayne Thomas at that time was like a hot producer. And they were able to go, okay, let's talk to these people. So, they got in T.M. Shad, they were surfers. And Brian Cadd was a friend of Wayne Thomas. John J. Francis, who did Simple Ben. And David was a real marketing whiz kid. And because we had an original soundtrack, he cut a deal with 2SM, which was a really popular radio station with young kids. And it turned out to be a great deal for us because he did a partnership arrangement so that they helped market the film. And because we had an original soundtrack, they really pumped the music. And the music then became the vehicle for the success of the film.
But it's a start when you open up your heart. You try not to hide what you feel inside. Just open up your heart.
When it hit the radio station, it expanded and it got out to this next broader audience who were interested in the ocean and every summer, but they weren't surfers. And Open Up Your Heart got incredible airplay and inside of 3 weeks became a #1 hit. And as soon as it went to #1, bang, we've got a surge. And we weren't ready for it. I mean, we had one print.
But it's a start when you open up your heart. Give your love to others, they become your brothers. When you open up your heart.
So we, got a couple other prints and we got 2 or 3 prints out. We'd book the theatres in town and in the suburbs and we'd show it and thousands of people would turn up. It just took off. It was unbelievable. I never, ever did it for money or success. It wasn't even on the radar screen. All I wanted to do is make a beautiful film about surfing. That's all I wanted to do. And, when it stepped into that area, it was as much a surprise to me as anybody. It really was a heartfelt film, and it was exactly how I wanted to live, and it captured the period of time of all those people. So even though I was ambitious and wanted to make films, I didn't lose sight of what we were doing and the lifestyle we were living.
Next, we catch up with the team who will transform Morning of the Earth into an amazing live in-concert experience. The ecological story and song from the Morning of the Earth soundtrack was John J. Francis' Simple Ben. Let's hear the amazing new version featuring some of the cast from the show.
Walking on a dusty road in the countryside of East, I heard a song drifting on the gently blowing breeze. Sunshine through the autumn, sweet snow to the spring, corn by the water of an old mill stream. And you give me all, you give me all. A barrel pushed by a little man came rolling from the west, sang a song as he stepped along until we drew a breath. Well, hello there, my friend, I see you're on the road, you're just like me. Why don't we stop and rest a while, boil a pot of tea? Just give me sunshine through the autumn, sweet snow to the spring, corn by the water of an old mill street. And you give me all, you give me all. He said his name was Simple Ben, but not what I believe. way they live. I've seen the best and worst we have here on the earth. Finally decided on the things that I did worth. Just give me sunshine through the autumn, sweet snow through the spring. Going by the water on a low hill street. You give me all, you give me all. What about the fertile lands where nothing once would grow? I've seen the lands to the north and south and the tons of ice and snow. Have you seen the jungle so thick that a man can go? I've seen the farmer plow a field with nothing but a hoe. Must admit that a motor was good to all mankind. The air is sweeter here than 1,000 miles behind. Just give me sunshine through the autumn, sweet snow to the spring. Going by the water on a low hill stream. And you give me all, and you give me all. What about the time we saved to go from place to place? To see my life go by so fast, I scarce recall a face. You must have learned a lot by now about your fellow man. To see the waves that break upon the beaches made of sand. What about the beauty of great art that men have done? Seen the shade of mountains up against the morning sun. Just give me sunshine through the autumn, sweet snow to the spring. Going by the water on a low hill stream. And you give me all, you give me all. Friend, thank you for your company, but I must be on my way. The road is growing shorter as the sun sets on my day. We'll have to meet again sometime to rest and share some tea. If you hear this song when you're walking along, you gotta know who it's gonna be. Just give me sunshine through the autumn, sweet snow through the spring. Going by the water on a low hill stream. Just give me sunshine through the autumn, sweet snow through the spring. Going by the water on a low hill stream. And you give me all, you give me all, you give me all, you give me all.
Some great Australian talent working across the generations in Morning of the Earth. If you'd like to see all those amazing songs performed live, backed by the digitally remastered iconic film, you'd better be quick. Morning of the Earth, now celebrating its 40th anniversary. This legendary film by Albie Falzon will once again come to life on stage with original performers Brian Cadd and Tim Gaze from Tamam Shud, plus Leor, Mike Rudd and Guian. At Melbourne's Regent Theatre, January 19 and 20. Victoria's Dromana Drive-In, January 21. Newcastle Civic Theatre, January 24. Brisbane's QPAC Concert Hall, January 27. Gold Coast Performing Arts Centre, January 28. Wollongong's Wynn Entertainment Centre, February 3. And Sydney's Opera House Concert Hall, February 5. So chuck on your thongs and boardies and make sure you catch Australia's iconic surf film and music together, live in concert. Check out morningoftheearth.com for all details.